Ari, I can't see your face.
Yeah, or hear you.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
muted
you're
too.
muted for some reason.
Why are you
there you go.
mute?
Come and get your love, come and get your
1
love,
second.
come and
Like, I don't see Alex and I don't see Ari.
get your love, come and get your love, come and get your love now.
Hey, hon, do you have your camera off by choice, or...?
Probably just forgetfulness, if I had to guess. Let me see.
Yeah. She muted herself on purpose.
Okay.
Got it.
There
But I
we go.
still wish I could see
There's
her
a man.
face.
Yeah, she has a nice face.
Yes, we like your
You're
face.
looking up.
It
I'm
has the
blue.
glow of motherhood upon it.
Alright, so. Charlie, I can hear the audio coming through your speakers.
Which is
And
odd
it's
because I'm
kind of
not hearing any audio at all from the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay, I'll
Okay.
put myself on mute for the time being, and maybe I'll grab some headphones or something.
Yeah. Do you guys hear it? Do you guys hear the music right now?
No.
Now I do. Now I do.
Okay. You hear the music? Okay. Who doesn't hear it?
I do not.
There it is. I'm good.
Wait, hold on. Now I hear it.
Oh, okay.
It was
Yeah.
just quiet.
Okay.
Yes.
And I had turned my mic down, or my headphones down slightly.
Yeah.
I have my little familiar with me now.
Your sweatshirt's cute, Charlie, by the way.
Bum, bum.
The party's descent into the Durst house did little to prepare them for the horror and madness they would experience. Surrounded by the echoes of ominous chanting, the basement contained crypts and signs of a terrible cult, one that tried, and failed, to please Count Strahd. They were accosted by many monsters, including ghasts. Instead of fight, the party chose to flee further into the basement. They came across an alcove filled with a strange assortment of baubles, herbs, bones, trinkets, and various animal parts. But what came next? An immense altar chamber filled with rancid water lay quiet. As a few party members stepped onto the dice, a dozen ghosts appeared, chanting, "One must die." Thinking quickly, Theodora sacrificed her phoenix. The house was not appeased, and a shambling flesh mound was summoned from the corner. Realizing it was the missing child, Walter, the party prepared to defend themselves. Working in tandem with each other, Kerius distracted the flesh golem while Sygrid brewed an herbal antidote, which needed to be placed in the core of the mound. Tatyana decided to risk her life and volunteered to do so. The flesh mound was dissolved, and the child had been dead for a long time. Suddenly, the house began to collapse around them. Beltane freed the trapped group using her magic, and all of them fled. The house tried everything to impede the party's escape, but their strong teamwork and quick thinking allowed them to escape without any casualties. Delvon was the last to escape, and noticed the matriarch of the house being taken away by a shadowy entity. As the dust settled, and the house lay in ruin, who else would show up but Count Strahd himself? However, instead of giving them ire, he thanked them for their actions, and requested they deliver a package. And this is where our story continues.
Thank you, Ari.
Don't get it.
He said Titania instead of Tatyana.
I'm sorry, I have lysdexia.
I mean, to be fair, I called Sygrid Sigrun at some point because I I've been on a God of War Ragnarok kick.
Either
The
that,
beginning called me a hobbit, and I was like, I'm a goblin, thank you.
either that, or he has a certain Fire Emblem queen in his mind right now.
Matt says choo choo
I mean,
choo.
I'm
You're
just gonna
not-
go Shakespeare, thank you.
Are you a hobbit? Are you a goblin? Are you a hobgoblin?
No, I'm just a goblin. Hobgoblin would be funny.
I'm just a baby.
Only 2.5 years old.
I'm
All
just
right.
a little baby. How old are you? I'm 1,000.
Nope.
Yes, yes.
Moving on.
I love you,
Yes.
Persini.
So, you sit at the ruins of the Durst house. Count Strahd's carriage disappearing into the mists. What do you do?
First of all, quick DM question: are all our spells back to top, like topped off again?
No, you have not taken a long rest yet.
Oh, for God's sake!
I'm pretty sure we will soon, so no worries.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So Sygrid is going to look at the group. Okay. So first of all, we are completely sure that we're all very suspicious of this Strahd person, right?
Indeed.
Okay, then that comes to questions 2 and 3. Who knows detect poison, and who's ready to break federal law by opening somebody else's mail?
I do not,
Exactly
unfortunately.
stopped me before.
I do not, unfortunately, know how to do that. I usually have, a chemistry set or something that allows me to check for poisons, but I don't have it right now.
Here's the thing. They both lost somebody. Why give one thing to one person, and then another thing to another person? Like, why is the letter not for both of them, at the very least? I may have grown up in a swamp my entire life, but even I know you don't just give one gift to one person like this. It's weird.
Unfortunately, I don't have. Unfortunately, Just a sec. Unfortunately, I don't have. Let's see, where was it?
Detect poison.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have detect poison prepared.
Hmm.
I have it, but I don't. Yeah, I don't have it prepared, but I do have it.
Well, I suggest not opening this bottle because it's just very, very suspicious to me. DM, is it possible I could run an Arcana check on the bottle, see if there's like any magic, especially since I have like knowledge in potions and stuff?
Unfortunately, you would have to open the bottle for that.
Damn. Yeah, and I don't feel like opening the bottle. I feel like it would cause damage to open said bottle. Because there could be something that's like noxious fumes and all that fun shit.
I'm more of the opinion that we probably shouldn't mess with this, only because something tells me Strahd would know about it.
That too.
I don't know about you guys, but I got a super powerful. This guy is probably someone you don't want to mess with vibes from that guy. Don't get me
very
wrong,
true.
I'm suspicious of him too, but I also don't think we should piss him off.
But seriously, two people that we don't know, are we willing to put them at risk to deliver the letter and the bottle?
Something tells me that them and us are already at risk just from being involved with this guy. This house belonged to a family that tried to appease this Strahd guy. Look what happened.
And do not forget the simple fact that he apparently has knowledge of the divine. It's perhaps from my own experience, those in touch with the divine can be quite dangerous.
And,
Not to mention. Go ahead.
Not to mention, he knew about the false Hydra and the one who apparently summoned it.
Not to mention, he seemed to know quite a bit about us.
It's definitely a concern.
On the one hand, our deeds in Lionsmouth may have spread on the word. On the
Wouldn't
other
surprise
hand,
me.
though, he seemed to know too much. If our invitation was anything to go by.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. We apparently
I-
got this invitation from him, supposedly?
Well, I learned about you guys through word of mouth, so I would not put it past him to learn about you through word of mouth. And I trust this guy about as far as Ray can throw him. So, here, let me see that the liquid in the message in the bottle.
All right, so you notice that the letter is sealed with a wax symbol.
Actually, one last thing. Can I feel what? Does the liquid feel warm? Like, I know it's in the bottle, but sometimes warmth or coldness can seep through bottles.
Mm.
It is the same temperature as the air outside.
And what is the air outside like?
It's a little brisk.
Okay, so it is quote-unquote room temperature, so that does not help me. Alright, so what is this wax seal?
It looks vaguely like wings. I'm going to get an actual picture because I did not realize that this was going to come up, but apparently it is.
I'm also, like, she's just really in hyper survival mode, so she's going to sniff at the wax to make sure it actually is wax and not some other unknown, unpleasant substance.
We just came out of a house that was trying to eat us. I think we're all on survival mode right now.
Yeah.
Are there any settlements nearby?
nice.
1 second. I need to get the...
I mean, maybe with my 25, I could also see if like there's anything nearby. I don't know. That's up
Well,
to him.
I mean, I could always ask.
In,
Alright,
in Pathfinder, that would be a geometry check.
Yeah. So...
Not geometry, geography. What the fuck am I thinking?
Alright, so,
9 middle
I
middle
wanna roll-
feaster.
You stop it!
I want to
9
roll a
middle
check
middle
on math.
feaster.
Alright, so, because this is... I'm going to put this into the actual chat itself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put this into the Discord chat. This is what the symbol looks like.
Alright.
Oh, that's comforting.
Oh, charming. There's a castle in there.
And what was that survival check for?
Do I smell anything off about the wax or the letter itself?
No, you don't. As far as you all can tell, this is the wine and letter appear to be completely innocent.
Appear to be. Alright, let's find bed.
Does anybody have a map of any kind? Is there a map of any kind that we can use?
I'm not sure a map would be all too useful. Considering where that fog took us in the beginning of this whole spiel, we could be anywhere right now. Let's just
See if
start
village
walking.
nearby, right?
Yeah.
Let's just start walking, and hopefully we'll run into something.
Indeed,
Very well.
there is a road.
Are there any of the coins that Bertie had been dropping before?
You look around, and it doesn't appear that there are any more.
Can we do a more thorough search with a roll or no?
Even if you did do a more thorough search with the roll, you would not find any.
Okay.
Alright, so...
Yeah, let's just follow the road for now. Wherever Birdie is, I hope she's safe.
All right.
He fixed that bow and he fixed that bow though. That's actually very worrying because if I remember correctly, that blacksmith said that like it would take like a lot of magic to put that back together, right? Or am I hallucinating?
No, you're not.
So he is definitely not one to be trifled with.
Speaking of which, who here can use a bow?
I think I can.
I know how to use one, but
Let me check my.
I mean, we have a bow. We might as well use it just in case.
I can, but it's not my area of expertise.
I can only use a light crossbow. I don't know a regular bow would work for me.
Give it here. It's not my preferred. It's not my preferred choice, but I know how to use one.
That is good.
Alright, so I'll get you that bow in a little bit, but alright.
Is it a simple weapon or a martial weapon?
Bows are martial.
Yeah, longbows
cool.
are martial.
Okay, I can. Wait a minute, a longbow? That was a longbow that whole time?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Birdie was using a bow that was bigger than herself? That's funny.
That's an image.
Oh, longbows are actually, despite the name, longbows are actually not as long as you think.
Yeah. Anywho, so we are walking down the road.
Oh, quick question for DM.
Yeah.
Did any of us ever get our inventory back from when it disappeared?
No.
No.
Only some of us
Mother-
got our books back because the ghost children had the books.
Right. Mother Pfeiffer. Alright then.
Alright, actually, before we go down the road, I want to see if there's anything at the ruins that might belong to anybody.
Is the house even still there? I mean, I know the ruins are, but...
Ideally, I'd like to see if I can find anyone who knows what the seal is, or why anyone would want a suspicious liquid delivered.
I mean, that is good. I just want to check for your items. I got back my I got back my most important thing, and I got back my main fighting style. I wish I had my silver swords, but these'll have to do. I want to see if there's anything else there. Investigation or perception?
Perception.
Damn, girl, you got a good perception.
It's my best
Ranger.
fun.
Rangers!
So, Theodora, you head back over to the ruins, and yeah, there's just it's really hard to see anything in this like mess. It's just like a tangled bits of splintered wood and like just unusable pieces of furniture and like pieces of things that seemed nice, like nice furniture, but aren't really usable. Upon lifting up the tattered remains of a blanket, there's like this little wisp comes up, and it appears to be a very familiar translucent ghost, and she's cradling swaddling clothes. You hear her say something very quietly. It's "Thank you," and fades out of sight.
You are welcome. Goodbye. Okay.
Well, what was that?
Ray, did you find anything?
Oh.
Let's see. Where is it? Nope. Ray did not find anything.
Darn it. Okay, we go now.
Okay.
Go! I want to sleep on a bed tonight.
Yeah. All right. So.
You people with sub-century lifespans and your need for sleep.
Excuse me for being human.
I was gonna say, don't blame us for being born like this.
Sleep is good.
Maybe
You
we
should
were
try it
born
sometime.
this way.
I was being pithy. I'm not. I don't. I don't seriously hold any other race with disdain.
I'm sorry.
I just don't see the.
Better not let a bluebird hear you say that. They might take it the really wrong way.
I just really
we-
wanted to use the Lady Gaga quote.
We know.
Yeah. Anywho.
You're just giving a shit.
The fog spills out of the forest to swallow up the road behind you.
Oh, video.
Oh, what the?
Ooh.
It's video.
Ahead,
Ooh.
jutting from the impenetrable woods on both sides of the road, are high stone buttresses looming gray in the fog. Huge iron gates hang on the stonework. Dew clings
Oh,
with
and of
cold
course, they
tenacity
don't have any
to
heads.
rusted bars. And yes, 2 headless statues of armed guardians flank the gate, their heads now lying among the weeds at their feet. They greet you.
Look upon my works, ye mighty, and despair.
They greet you only with silence.
Well, the fact that the gate is wide open is a little unnerving, don't you think?
How
Yeah.
recently has this gate been opened? Has it been open for a long time?
You don't know that.
Okay, I just want to say that was really fucking cool.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking awesome.
Oh, I've been waiting for that. Anywho, but
Hang on, I have to say it. We got a video! Have we got a video? Yes, we got a video!
We still. I'm sorry. I just want to double check something because I just thought of it. We still have the dog, right?
yes, the dog is still in Beltane's pouch.
We could become one of
Yay!
those parties that just accumulates animals as we go along.
Speak for
I would not
yourself.
be against that.
All right.
Actually, Lancelot is the reason why I really hope we get a long rest soon, because
Yeah.
I'm gonna feed that boy so many good berries.
Yeah.
Alir, you can't adopt all the animals.
All right.
I'll
So,
fucking do it again.
Ollie,
Alright.
Ollie, oxen free. Is anybody home?
This place looks ancient.
Well, tally ho.
all right. So, Theodora, you notice that Ray's kind of batting the back of your head.
All right. What is problem?
You see him point with a wing, and atop the gates, eyeing you with beady black eyes, there's this raven. And it flies over the gates and disappearing into the mists down the road.
Does it look like a regular raven, or does it look like the raven that's on the freaking wax seal?
Roll perception for me.
I have to pull up her character sheet I had on Ray's.
Hmm.
Actually, since he was the one who pointed it out, I'll roll him too. Aye!
Well, your perception skill was enough for this.
Aye!
You notice that it wasn't the. You notice that it wasn't similar to the because not to sound racist, but a lot of ravens look the same, except this one. But there was something strange about this one. It had blue-tipped feathers.
Raven.
Common, is that?
Beltane?
Yeah?
What do you know about blue-tipped ravens? Are they just tattoos, or are they something special?
What would I have to roll to know the difference?
Nature.
Nature? Okay. Normal? Oh no.
Lucky.
Thank goodness for halflings!
There we go.
Thank goodness.
Yay, halflings!
Yep. So, Beltane, after a brief little brain fart,
Yeah, I forgot I had lucky, because otherwise I would have been like, no, ravens are birds, and I like different birds.
I like birds. I like birds.
I want everybody's heard. I've had the. Anyways.
Oh no!
No.
Don't.
No!
Try and don't.
All right.
Wait,
So
what?
Beltane, after a brief, after a brief deep voice in your brain tells you that I like birds. You're like, no, blue-tipped ravens don't appear in nature. Like, some sort of intelligent creature had to do it to that.
Yeah, the blue tips aren't normal. I feel like maybe something else did that to it.
It could have an owner. That way he knows where his raven is if a raven happens to be next to another raven.
So either that raven is just here and was just strolling about, which means we might be near settlement, or someone's watching us.
My Auntie Quamby always told me to assume the worst. So I think somebody's watching us.
Ray,
Well,
do you
a
feel
lot of-
up for- Sorry.
A lot of druids have the abilities to basically see through their familiars and stuff. Birds are often the most common way to do it.
Ray, do you
It
feel
is
up
true.
for a game of tag? I'm actually gonna roll a d6. If it's an even number, he's gonna say yes. If it's an odd number, he's gonna say no.
All right.
Oh goodness. Why are you bringing this? Why are you leaving this up to luck?
Because it's fun that way.
It's
Because it's a
enough.
bird.
We roll d20s.
It's a
in order-
bird.
We roll d20s in order to hit things. Okay. We leave a lot of things up to luck in Dungeons and Dragons. Okay.
Also,
Fair enough.
not to mention the fact that he's not necessarily my familiar or anything like that. I don't control him. He is someone who is here with me voluntarily, so I try and be respectful of his autonomy and say, do you want to do these things?
Yes. All right.
Fair enough.
Always
Fair
need
enough.
to respect animal rights.
I was thinking of rolling an insight check, but I don't think that's necessary in this case.
All right. So, Ray begins to fly over the gate and kind of stops before heading over the gate, flying back to you and giving you the gesture that someone's coming.
Oh, well, that was a short game of tag and we lost. Okay.
So, what do you do?
Can he specify who that someone is? Is it a carriage? Does it look like soldiers? Is it a monster?
What does he look like?
1 minute. Can you actually have complete communication with your... That's actually
Well, you established earlier that he
Right.
can speak sentences to me.
Oh, yes. Ray communicates to you that there is... It appears to be a colorful wagon heading this way.
Wait, a colorful wagon. Maybe it's the man of many colors. The one from my dream. The one that the woman who tells me cryptic prophecies and shit like that. Maybe it's him.
Should we wait for
Okay.
him by the gate?
I don't see why not.
Is there some place we may be able to hide, or
Yes, there are plenty of rocky areas around here, including debris from the statue.
Okay, Sygrid, I'm going to stay out here with you. If the rest of you want to hide and maybe do ambush, if that's what makes you more comfortable.
Ambush? You make it sound like we're going to rob this guy.
Rob, no, defend maybe.
This whole thing at the house has made us paranoid.
Very much
Guess you
so.
wonder why.
Yeah.
As usual,
Okay.
I will make friends with the shadows.
Okay,
Alright.
fair enough.
we should at least make sure we should at least make sure the situation is safe before we reveal ourselves.
All right.
All right, so everyone else is going to be everyone else. Okay, so everybody who is hiding, roll stealth.
Probably makes sense for me to hide in like a bush or a thicket or something, so I'll roll stealth.
Yeah, so basically everybody who fought the false Hydra is stealthing. Oh, yes!
Ooh!
Wow, Beltane!
Lucky.
I just blend into the trees.
It's like that Homer Simpson thing in reverse.
Yes.
All right, so we're gonna. Okay, so how I kind of roll, do stealth checks.
Wow! Wow! That was two twos in a row.
Okay, so,
Oh, wait, hold on. One with shadows.
yeah.
When you are in an area of dim light or darkness, you can use your action to become invisible until you move or take an action or reaction.
Yeah, so it is rather dim.
So, in other words, I don't even really need to worry about my roll.
Yeah, just... Okay, so how I kind of rule stealth checks is that I just kind of combine everybody's into one, and we see like if they match the combination of everybody else's who's looking for them. That's how I kind of do it. So
All right.
Don't worry about having to roll low. Yeah.
Especially,
I feel like-
yeah, with that.
Yeah, I feel like my nat 20 helped.
Yes, it did. Okay, so
Plus, I sent you a few other
yeah.
messages.
Yep, I got you. So, so as everybody just kind of ducks and Kerius just pieces out.
Bye.
So this colored wagon comes and kind of slows down as the driver notices you. The driver is kind of a pudgy man with a kind of a very twirly goatee. He tilts his head to the side, and then you hear him shout not shout, kind of loudly say something into the wagon. And then out of the wagon stops this lady. She has black hair, a sort of bangle across her, circlet across her brow, and a walking stick, and her clothes seem to be a little patchwork. You get the feeling like this sort of person is kind of a wanderer. She walks up to you. What are you doing standing out in the middle of the road?
We just got here, actually. Seeking an inn to stay at, you know?
Oh, if you're looking for an inn to stay at, there is the village of Barovia just down the road. You'll probably get there a little bit before nightfall if you hurry.
Okay, thank you. She looks up at Theodora and is just like, help me. I don't know what to do. I have low charisma.
So do I.
Damn it. Fuck.
I was wondering why you did that.
I'm here to be beefy bodyguard, okay? I thought Sygrid might know this person.
I thought I did, but it's a woman, not a man, and so I'm like, this might not be the multicolored man.
Excuse me, I do have a question. First of all, thank you for giving us nice directions. But do you have a raven with lovely tattooed feathers?
Tattooed feathers? She raises that shit. Tipped feathers.
Yeah, they're like a painted blue on the end. It looks very nice. I'd love to see who did that because my friend Ray here might want his done too. Although perhaps in a more complementary color, blue and orange kind of clash.
Interesting. No, we do not have that. Yes, that is not something that we do. We do not typically keep ravens. That's considered kind of a bit of a taboo practice here in Barovia.
Oh,
Really?
That's encouraging.
But why? I mean, I understand that not every animal should or can be domesticated. In fact, actually, my friend Ray is here of his own volition and is not domesticated at all. He is just my friend. But why is it necessarily a taboo and not just but you probably shouldn't do this, it's a bad idea?
It is, I believe... Honestly, I do not know, but I think it's just part of the culture. It's, ravens are... to be respected.
To be fair, the paint job was very well done.
insight check. It's you can tell that this it's not hard to tell that this person's not saying everything, but whether or not they're being cheeky, like, ooh, you'll find out, or being being malicious, like secretive on purpose, like they're keeping it from you in order to hurt you. You can't really tell.
Well, thank you for letting us know. I do have another question. We kind of got here and we're a little banged up and we would love to go to the inn. What brings you out here at this time of the evening?
Oh, we are going to travel and sell some goods. We are traders.
Where
What
are
do
you
you have?
traveling to? Sorry, Sygrid.
I was asking, what do you have? I might be able to take a look.
Just simple trade goods like little carvings, little bit of some spices, some plants. We're just we also trade in news. It's not a lot of people come to Barovia. And so,
Well, actually, that raises my question. Where are you traveling to, if not here?
oh, we're good. We're just going to Baldur's Gate.
Fucking Baldur's Gate.
You can... Okay, this is going to sound weird and I apologize, but you can live here?
But of course, can you not?
We kind of got magically fog ported over here, and we don't know where we're going and where we went.
Seriously?
You sound.
Why is she mentioning that?
You sound very confused.
I am! That is very true.
Here, listen, maybe you should just head over to the village of Barovia. It's there's an inn there, run by some relatives of mine. Yes, it's the Blood of the Vine Tavern.
Okay.
What is your name? That way we can tell your relatives that you sent us.
And while Sigrid's distracting her with that, I'm gonna sort of try my best to sneakily peer into the wagon, see if I see
Alright,
anything
roll perception.
not kosher.
Roll perception.
Ooh. Curse you, 12!
Unfortunately, they are covered by the wagon. All right, so
Come on, Ray, I have you as a backup for a reason. Be good.
you can. My name is Yavanna.
Yavanna. All right. Well, thank you very much, and Yvonne. All right. Well, thank you very much for your time, and good luck selling your wares, and thank you for the tip about the inn.
Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I have one last question because you've been so very helpful. Do you know if the inn may have a map?
Probably. I'm not entirely sure, but I really must get going. Goodbye.
Yes, so sorry.
Alright, so the wagon heads off and disappears into the mists. Everyone just kind of pokes out of hiding.
Why the heck did you mention the fact that we got fog ported? You make it sound like we're a bunch of fools.
Or worse. Or worse.
What? A good point.
At least we have a place to go, and possibly using her name at the... What was the tavern's called again?
Blood of
the Vine.
Blood of the Vine? Might be an interesting place to stay.
a rather unusual name.
I don't think so. If the name is anything to go by, could really use a glass of wine right now.
A light ale should do for me.
Let's get
Okay.
going.
My usual preference.
Let's get going.
Theodora actually chuckles at Tatyana being excited about the name. blood.
Let, less excited, more Tatyana really could use a drink right about now.
Oh, it's just she fights with blood. Theodora's having fun with it.
All right.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even make that connection.
It's like your character.
I am tired!
All right, so anywho, so all right, so you're walking down the road, and things are kind of twisting and things are kind of very twisting, and there's not a lot going on. You don't hear a lot of fauna around, like not a lot, like birds aren't really singing, the sun isn't shining. In fact, you haven't seen the sun in a long time.
This is not perfect weather for a game catch.
Oh god. Do you guys, want to hear a joke or something?
Sure, why not?
So yeah.
Look, this is gloomy atmosphere. I'm tired, and I just really want to lighten the mood. Okay. What do you call something that attacks your blood system directly?
Virus?
Emotional damage.
You can't see it, but under Kerius's mask, he has like a slight grin.
I'm sorry.
I just took 1d4 emotional damage.
What? Shut it, you! The best part about that is that, like, I could tell on your faces that it took you a moment.
Oh.
Oh.
No, it didn't take me a moment. It's just, it's more just Kerius trying to string his thoughts together about that.
Of course, Tatyana's going to show up. Could you roll another one for me, please? Another perception check for me, Tatyana?
Someone rolled a nat 20.
Yes, in the chat, there's a,
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey.
There we go. Okay.
Man, that was a nat 20 I rolled.
Yeah, I know.
Nat 20? Alright, so...
Yeah, I rolled a nat 20.
Okay, so,
So take that for what you will.
Yeah, I saw it too, so he's not lying.
Okay, so, well, mostly everyone sees this. So, off in the trees, you see, kind of off in the tree line, you see someone duck down.
That's not suspicious at all.
Someone?
Duck down as in...
Most likely hiding. Spying, watching. Spying for who?
Did I get a look at it?
Tatyana, because
Yeah.
you're the one with the nat 20, you see that you're not sure that they're hiding from you, but they ducked down because they ducked down way too slowly.
I'm sorry, I have this image in my head of somebody just going like...
Yeah. Not like that slowly, but if they were trying to hide, they ducked out of view way too slowly for them to be trying to hide from you.
I don't think they're trying to hide from us. Hang on a sec.
Should we call out to them and say hello?
I got it. Hey! You okay over there?
You see someone's head pop up, and he's like, "Shh."
That's not suspicious.
And then you hear it's some sort of elf. He's looking around. He's kind of darting around, and he's just like got his ear. He's got his hand to his ear, just like, okay. And then he just kept very gracefully, just kind of maneuvering in between the trees. He walks over to you. He's like, "You didn't know. I understand, but I'm hunting an elk, and you were gonna spook it away."
Sorry.
Jeez.
It's all right. You didn't know. So what? So I haven't seen any of you around here. What are you?
We're new here, and we're heading to the village to spend the night.
Oh.
Yeah, is Barovia close by?
Yes. It's once you get to, there's like this big open field right over there, and you'll see it in about 5 minutes. And then after that, you'll pass through a little bit of farmland, and you'll be able to see the village.
Ah, thank goodness.
Thank you.
Yes. Now be careful. It's you seem like seasoned adventurers, but Barovia is dangerous.
We couldn't tell.
Yeah, we've kind of got that impression already.
Oh really? What you run into already?
You don't want to know.
Haunted Death House.
You didn't read my sign?
We
Wait,
didn't-
that
And we
was
made
your
the
sign?
sign. No, it was
We
actually
didn't see
very
it.
well hidden.
It was covered up by the elements quite.
Covered up by the elements,
Quite
or someone
strongly.
didn't want us to see it.
That's.
I mean, we got out of it, but
I should go about fixing that. Thank you for letting me know.
I mean, it's gone.
Gone? What do you mean it's gone?
Oh, yeah, we, when I said ran into something dangerous, it was that thing, and, well, there's a reason we're still standing here.
We broke the house. Quite
Yeah, that.
literally.
I don't think. I don't think that's actually going to work. Well, yes. So you broke the house. That's step 1. What about 2 through 10?
Depends on what
if-
2 through 10 is. If you
Um,
mean
if
like
2 through-
releasing the ghost.
If 2 through 10 involves, going inside, evading a bunch of monsters and traps, and, basically exercising the spirit of a baby that was trapped inside a shambling, mound of flesh, yeah, we got that.
I believe he
You're-
has more to say.
Wait, you're the first adventurers to tell me that.
Really?
What did previous adventurers do?
Previous adventurers, they either perished in the house, they appeased the house by sacrificing one of their own.
Oh. Oh, yeah, we did run into that.
Or
Good
they
thing
were-
we found a loophole.
Sort of.
But that's the first I've
Yeah.
heard. Maybe this time it'll actually stay down.
I mean, whatever spirits, I guess you could say, were still lingering around in that old house, they're gone now. I should know.
She kind of like, she doesn't say it outright, but she like looks upward as if looking up in her own brain, knowing who's there.
You're referencing something, and I don't get it, and that's not fair.
Sorry. It's complicated.
Mhm.
I imagine nothing is ever simple in this place. But, I'll be back here in about a few days. Usually after adventurers would burn the house to the ground, it would come right back up. So, I think in about 3 days or so, I shall return here.
We didn't burn it down. It kind of just crumbled in on itself.
Sure tried to eat us.
And Delvon, didn't you say you saw something as we were leaving?
I did. It appeared to be the spirit of the matron of the house, but just as she was about to grab me, a shadow seemed to pull her back.
Oh, yes. That woman was crazy.
So we gathered.
And we've heard.
Yes. But...
You seem to know a lot about this place.
well, this is a good place to hunt elk.
No, I'm talking about, you seem to know a lot about what happened at that house.
Well, I frequent the house, and I've been around for a long time.
Makes sense. If you don't mind me asking, what's your name?
Imra Kadur.
Nice to meet you. Tatyana.
I'm Delvon.
Tane.
You can call me Kerius.
I'm Sygrid.
So, what are you all doing here out of curiosity? Are you just searching for fortune and adventuring? Or did you just...
You were actually invited here.
What?
Less invited, more maybe hired.
Invited?
Say, this might be a bit forward, and I'm probably taking a risk asking this, but you seem to know a lot about what's going on around here. Does the name Strahd ring any bells to you?
He just immediately darts back.
I'm going to take that as yes.
Mm-hmm.
He's taking steps back. I do not need your bad luck cursing me. Get away from me! He starts running.
Talking
away.
about.
Yeah, he just darts off into the forest.
Okay. Yeah, that's not a good sign.
Nope.
Just as I feared. Strahd is a bad omen.
Okay, well, that tells us at least one thing. Maybe it's best we keep our connection to Strahd a secret from now on.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan.
Mm-hmm.
We might need to warn the two people that we're supposed to give the letter and the wine to. I mean, Strahd has his eyes on them, meaning they might need a warning. So I think we should find them, tell them about the letter and the bottle, but don't give it to them per se, because we don't know if it's going to do anything nasty. But we should probably let them know.
Perhaps it would be good to ask around.
There's just one problem. Strahd may also have his eyes on us.
So if we don't...
Honestly, that blue-tipped feathered crow that we saw earlier, I can't shake the feeling that might have something to do with it.
Same. Since it's a taboo thing to basically make your crow a familiar.
Whatever's going on around here, Strahd apparently has a lot of influence, enough that, well, not only a whole family basically sacrificed itself just to try and appease the guy. Well, you just saw how he reacted.
Yes.
I still reckon we should probably ask around about what specifically that seal means and why someone would want to deliver this liquid.
I still also think we should warn them in case Strahd is targeting them for some reason.
Let's cross that bridge when we get there. We're not going to be able to do much of anything if we don't get to Barovia in time.
True.
And we may also be able to ask the locals the lay of the land here. Their knowledge of the land should be great.
I know what you referenced, Adam. You're the worst.
Mother Pfeiffer, I just got it.
Well,
I did.
Actually, hold on.
continue.
You know what? It's a good thing that we don't have any paladins in this party. What's a paladin?
So apparently it's this, like, dolphin-looking thing with a heart on his chest. No, wait, that's wrong thing.
What's a palafin?
Well, he did say continue down this road and crossing through some farmlands. We might be able to ask a few more questions of people.
Indeed.
We might be able to ask them about Strahd without saying that we're connected to him.
Maybe feign ignorance in saying that we heard about this Strahd guy and want to know more about him?
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah, it sounds like the right approach.
Best I can think of.
Otherwise, we're going to have another incident like the elf.
Come on, let's get moving.
Right.
So, you head to the forest, and sure enough, the hunter's words were accurate. In about 5 minutes, you have entered this really big clearing of what appears to be poorly tended farmland. And heading down the road, sure enough, as you see, just kind of peering out of the fog are thatch houses. And also in patches around the thatch houses are like people working on the farms. But there's only like 2 or 3, which, if anyone knows anything about farming, you know that takes a lot more people than that.
Apparently this area around here is not very popular. We've been walking we've been walking all day and we've only seen 2 people. Minus these guys.
Yes. So yes.
Seems this farmland has fallen upon hard times.
I think that can be said about a lot of the things around here.
Indeed.
Let's find that inn. I'm starving.
So yes, tall shapes loom out of the dense fog that surrounds everything, and the muddy ground underfoot gives way to slick, wet cobblestones. The tall shapes become recognizable as village dwellings. The windows of each house stare out from pools of blackness. No sound cuts the silence, except for mournful sobbing that echoes through the streets from a distance. You have arrived at the village of Barovia.